every devotee is struggling with some, like you mentioned, conditioning, some sort of conditioning.
Yeah.
Everyone is struggling with. So, and many times, when you keep trying and trying and it doesn't happen, so how do you remain patient? How do you remain determined so that at one day, things can change?
When you give up something for the sake of bhakti, like the 4 regulative principles and other things we do, getting up early, not associating with non-devotees. There's so many things we do, right? It doesn't mean that the attachment to doing those things goes away. You can, like Krishna says, mityachara. You can be a pretender, a false actor. A false actor means you're acting, but inside, that's not how you feel. So a little bit of that happens, or a lot of that happens, when you become a devotee, because you stop acting, which is also the process for eliminating it subtly, is to stop doing it grossly. But it doesn't necessarily eliminate it subtly. It's not that you don't think about it, right? So one side of that equation is, can I use this attachment in Krishna service because I can't give it up? And if it's like attachment to sports, well, I'm attached to cricket. It's not really something you could use in Krishna service unless you become a cricket star and say, well, it's all Arjuna's inspiration. Something like that, which I don't know. Maybe that would be a good preaching platform, maybe not. But you have to determine, can I even use this in Krishna service? And if you can't, it's like, well, then why just meditate on it? Because there's no outlet for it that is going to have any benefit for you. So, but then there's, I can use this for Krishna service. I'm an artist, I'm a musician, I'm a writer, I'm an actor. I'm so attached to acting, I have to act every day, I'll go crazy. So I can use that for Krishna service. I can use that to illustrate Leela, to give people, the feeling of the Leela. So that's a different thing. I've had to do both. Certain things give up, even though I was very attached. And I think what I was referring to in that book is I finally gave it up in my mind, kind of like, it's what I call the mantras. That's it. Just drop it. That's it. Don't do this anymore. It's not good for you. Just, that's it. Drop it. And you ask how to come to that stage. You can come to it intellectually, but you're going to also have to come to it through practical devotional service as well. So I think it's extremely important and healthy to be analytical. And Prabhupada was very analytical in the way he preached to us. Consider the pros and cons. Where is this going to take you? What are the ramifications? What are you getting from it? How is it hurting you? How do you feel about it? All these things. And a lot of times, if you're attached, you don't want to think about these things because if you do, you'll have to give it up. Isn't it? It's crazy. But that's what Prabhupada did with us. It's always been my experience that there's a certain point in my Krishna consciousness where it's just I come to this point, heart and intelligence together, which says, it doesn't make any sense to hold onto this. Because you're not going to do it. You haven't even done it anyway. You're just thinking about it because you like it and maybe trying to enjoy it mentally, but you're never going to do it. And if you did, you would just feel really guilty. So why don't you just drop it, So I think the problem is we can enjoy something mentally, so we don't want to drop it. Well, if I can't do it, at least I can think about it, what it's like, right?